Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you like my background. I just bought this fabric from a fabric store. It was only $3 for 4 yards. 4, not 8. But yeah. Well, today will be a story time. When I was adopted. I don't know what happened. I know bit by bit what I remember. So I'm gonna tell you what I remember when I was 3. Okay, I know you guys could be like, oh, you don't know anything when you were 3, you were too little. I remember bit by bit. So I'm going to tell you what I remember and what I have been told and what happened. Well, what I remember was when I was 3, I was in my mom's house, I guess. And I was in my mom's house, and I guess I just got up from a nap. It was probably like early in the morning or an afternoon, I don't remember. And I got up to see my mom on the couch, knocked out. I thought she was taking a nap. So I didn't know what was going on. She was just there, and the smell of her mouth, I didn't know what was going on. So I knew the smell of her mouth wasn't right. So I just kept shaking her, and she wouldn't wake up. So I was crying the whole time. I went in my room, and I guess I got over it. Just know this, my mom was an alcoholic. Okay, my mom was an alcoholic, and she had 9 kids. Okay, 9 kids, but they're all separated. Some live with my grandmother, some live with my mother, but I was the only child there at that time. So I was on the bed, and I was, I guess, coloring or something. I don't remember what I was doing, but all of a sudden I saw a man walk in the room, and without no shirt, just pants. And he was standing on my doorway, and he asked me, do you want to play? I said, okay, let's play. Hello, I'm only 3 years old. And I said, what game we're going to play? He said, how to go seek. While I was sitting there, he made my hand touch his part, and I let go. And all I know. Well, after that, all I knew, I was in a cop car. I guess somebody found him on top of me, and he was in another cop car. There was like 5 cops there. That's what I remember. And I was in one, and I guess they were doing the documents or whatever. And a social worker was with me in the car. So that's all. But other than that, when I was 4, I got adopted. My adopted parents that I'm with now. When I was 4, I got adopted. I got taken away when I was 3, and I got adopted when I was 4, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. All I know was, I guess a week later, I was in a minivan with, 5, 6 kids. I guess they were going to other houses. And all I know was I saw this private house, and it was a very nice house. And they said, Rosa, this is your stop. So I walk out and whatever, and I'm in the doorway, and they knock on the door. All I saw was my sister. My mom and dad wasn't home at that time. They were at work. So my sister was there to pick me up, to let me in. So all I saw was blonde hair, skinny. She's still skinny, but and I thought she was my mother. I was like, I didn't know any English. I didn't know how to speak. All I could do is point, because I wasn't taught how to talk and all do that. So all I did was point and smile. That's all I did. What I heard from my family, my adopted family, was I was a happy child. I was never angry. I was just smiling all the time. The only way I would be angry if nobody would listen to me, because I didn't know how to speak. All I know how to point and go, That's all I knew. So they didn't understand me when I was answering, when I was talking to them. And they were like, what do you want? What do you want? And all I do is point. And I would just get angry and I'll throw a tantrum. So I had a tutor and to get help. So once that happened, I was learning more. And back to when I walked in. It was a big house. It was a two-bedroom apartment. A two-bedroom apartment. And my room was where the door was, and my mom's room was in the back. So once I walked in, it was gorgeous. It was very organized, and you know how it's not old-fashioned, but it's modern. You know what I mean. So it was really nice. So I just walked in. There was toys everywhere in my room, and I just started playing. But what I've been told, that my mom was alcoholic, and my mom tried to get us back. Not try, but like they tried to get her to get us back in the court. They gave her 6 months to recuperate and go to rehab and do all this to get her children back. 9 children, 9, not 2, not 3, 9 children. So they were trying to get her to do everything she can to get us back, and they gave her 6 months. So 6 months were up. She came to the courthouse. She didn't know what was going on. She didn't even know where she was. Like, she was so bad that they had to arrest her. They had to take her out because she wasn't focused. She was just there. Her body was there, but her mind wasn't. So it was just no point of helping her anymore. So yeah, so they took all her rights away and gave it to my adopted parents that I love so much. I would never ever regret my decision. I would never regret them deciding to adopt me, because they taught me so much in life. Even though I was a hard-headed kid when I was smaller, but I learned so much out of them, and I appreciate them every day. Well, when I was 9 years old, there was a family member I knew. It was my dad's sister. I knew her since I was little. My adopted mom knew her, but she didn't know I knew her. So one day I go to my mom's job because she had to work late, and my dad had to work late too, so she had to get a babysitter for me for the weekend. So I go to her job with my dad and my adopted dad, not my mom. So I go with my dad, and all of a sudden I see this lady, and she turns around and looks at me and says, "Hello, Rosa." I stop in shock, and my mom's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing." I knew something was up, because I knew something was up. How does my mom know that lady? I always asked, how do you know that lady? She never answered. Just a friend. I ignored it. But ever since then, I ignored it. But when I was 9, like I said, I'm sorry, this story is all over the place. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. So I went to her house, the lady's house, and all I saw was family there. I don't remember who there was. I know there was daughter, the husband, and some other little girl or boy. I don't remember. And we're in the kitchen, me and her, the lady. I'm not gonna say her name, but let's say Diana. I was in the kitchen with Diana, and she's just talking to me like normal. How was your day? What did you do? This and that. I told her. All I know, she said, your mom's coming. I said, oh, I just saw her. We just left her. No, not that mother. Your other mother. I'm looking at her. What do you mean my other mother? I only have one mother. Because that's how I was raised. I only had one mother, and my other mother didn't care. So I'm looking at her like, I only have one mother. What do you mean? She goes, I'm going to call her Maria. Maria. And I'm like, Maria? And in my head, I'm like, Maria. Maria. My mom? I'm only 9. Not all there, but I'm there. And I'm like, Maria? My mom? She goes, yes, your mom. So I'm so excited and nervous at the same time. I don't know if she's gonna come drunk or sober or whatever. So the next day, I wake up, take a shower, and like 3 hours later, I hear a knock on the door. I'm in the kitchen. And I'm in the kitchen. And she opens the door. I'm eating soup actually. I remember that I was eating soup with my cousin. So I was eating soup or whatever. And I see her walk right by the kitchen. Says hi to everybody else. And I'm so nervous, scared, happy, excited. And all of a sudden, I guess I was so excited. I said, Mommy! Mommy! Turns around. I'm calling her name and she turns around. I'm in the middle of the hallway now. And I'm calling her name and she turns around and she goes, who is she calling Mommy? And the lady said, that's your daughter. She goes, that's not my daughter. She goes, that's Rosa. And she looks at me. She looks at her. She looks at me again. Said, hi, Mommy. She bawls out crying. I'm crying too because I missed her. And I don't know what happened after I got adopted. I didn't have answers. I didn't ask. Because I was so scared to ask. You know? So, my mindset was like, oh, I have my mom here. That's all that matters. So, she stood there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. All of a sudden, she left. And the lady goes, where are you going? And she goes, I'll be back. I'll go to the store. I said, buy me ice cream. She never came back. Till the next day. Next day in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, I remember waking up to her breath. Waking to her breath smelling like alcohol. Her breath smelling like alcohol, and I knew something was wrong. She was sleeping and it wasn't right. If you know your child's there and you got all your rights taken away, you shouldn't be drunk. You should be sober, even though nobody knows you're there. You came at 6 o'clock in the morning and you expect your daughter to be all happy and jolly. You're there with drunk mouth? No. I was really upset. I just turned around and cried. That's all I remember. Then I went back home. And I was happy. I saw my mom. I didn't say anything to my adopted mom until a week. After a week later, she took me back because I had fun to see my mom, and I didn't say anything because I was happy to see my mom, you know, even though she still was on her habits. But so I went back and she was there. She stayed over and they bought me toys and went shopping and all that. We went back to their house, sat me down and say, listen, what would you do? What would you say if your mom took you? I got scared. I didn't show it, but my body showed it. I got up and I looked around. And she looked at me. My mother looked at me. Said, you want to come back home? I didn't answer her because I was scared. I said, I don't know. So the day after, my mom left again. Didn't come back. So I stayed over, and 2 days after I stayed over, I went back home to my adopted mom's house. And I was sad. I went in my room, I was sad. And she asked me, what's wrong? I didn't want to tell her because I knew she was going to get mad and scared at the same time. And I didn't want to tell her because I didn't want to lose that friendship with my mom and never see her again. That's why I didn't want to tell her. So I looked at her and said, I'm scared. She goes, why are you scared? What happened? What happened in Bridget's house? I looked at her and said, they're to take me away. She jumped up from the sofa. She dropped her knitting things because she loves to knit. That's one thing she loves to do. She picked up the phone and called Bridget. She goes, Bridget, what is going on? She goes, what do you mean? But before that, I told her my mom was there. And I saw my mom, and she wanted to take me away. So she called, and she was like, what's going on in your house? Why is her mother there? She got all the, she don't have rights for her to see her, this and that. And she was like, nothing's going on. Her mom was never here. She lied about the whole thing. And she gave me the phone. She said, can I talk to Rosa? And all of a sudden, she started screaming at me. She told me, why did you tell your mother? I told you not to tell her. And I just gave back the phone to her because I'm so emotional. I just cry. When you yell at me, I cry. That's how emotional I am. And she hanged up the phone and just comforted me. She told me nobody's gonna take me away. You're staying here forever, you're not going back. That was the part I knew I was never seeing my mother again. Well, I hope this story time I hope you like the story time, and I hope you like this story time. Comment, share, subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.